what are the type of opportunities after finishing these projects? What kind of jobs that are, or what kind of opportunities that these students should look out for?
That's a great question. So I think two things. It depends whether you're looking to work in the industry or you want to go to graduate school. Let's start with the industry first. If you want to work in the industry, the first option, of course, is that's the most relevant one, is that you can work in the automotive industry. Specifically, I'm not aware of any company right now who don't have a branch for electrified transportation, and who don't have plans to phase out all the gasoline cars. So what we're trying to do is to work in the jobs that are going to exist 5 and 10 and 20 years from today. So the automotive companies are a great opportunity for all of you. The second thing is, as we said, this is about the knowledge, not about the application. It's defined by the application, but the main thing that you're going to get is the knowledge. So working in, like, I'm going to tell you from the perspective of our students in the lab where they usually find their jobs. Solar companies are a great place for them. We have a lot of students working now in Solar Edge or in Sun Power, or like there are a lot of solar companies here who are building inverters, which is going to be very similar to, I think, project number 2 or 3 here, which is building an inverter. So that's going to be really helpful. You can work there. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's, so project number 2, for example, the inverter, that's something that you can take it to the solar industry. Project number 1, the power factor correction, electric vehicle charging, that's something that you can take to all of the power converter charger companies. Like what? Like, for example, this laptop has a charger. There is a company that's making this charger, right? And I also tell my students that if you put your hands on the charger of your laptop and you find that it's hot, then that means that it's not well designed. And I am not aware of any charger that when I touch it, it's not hot. So that means that there is still a lot of opportunities and there is still a lot of need for power electronic engineers in this field. The third one here is DC-DC converter auxiliary. The third and the fourth, actually, these are very applicable for data centers as well. So the same concept that you take in automotive, it's very applicable in the data center applications. That's why even in the literature, people who are going to do literature review here, it's going to be a mix between automotive and data centers because the applications are quite similar in these two areas. And the last one here, the battery management system. I mean, really anything that's using batteries, wearable devices, your phones, electric vehicles, battery storage for solar power. So all of that, this knowledge is going to be useful there. Plus, most of the techniques and the power conversion architectures that we're going to use here are also applicable for solar power. Batteries and solar panels are treated in a similar manner in terms of managing the power between them. So, I mean, although we're defining this for an electric vehicle drivetrain, but it really extends to also the solar industry, the data power center converters, the chargers, power electronic transformers, which is basically the new way that the grid infrastructure is going to be built in the next 20 to 30 years. So all of this knowledge, I think, is going to help you in these fields. The other thing is the graduate schools. I, for myself, when I get an application from a student overseas who are trying to join our graduate school, yeah, they usually have a nice long email. Sometimes it's copied and pasted, and sometimes it's original, you can tell. But the main thing that I look for, what projects he worked on. If he send me a resume, I'll just click on it and look at the projects. So that's really going to be your biggest selling point if you want to go to a graduate school in the US or in Europe or whatever you prefer.
Great. This is brilliant. I'm just thinking, I did not have opportunities like this when I did my undergrad, or probably even during my time at Cummins. And right now, there's an opportunity, the ability to kind of at least work with someone, even if you're not in someone's research lab, is pretty brilliant, and I'm very looking forward to how this kind of goes.